Go back to the phone lines. We'll talk to Jeff in Milton, Florida, Sirius XM 131. Hi, Jeff.
Thank you for taking my call. I have never looked at Luke's timing of the birth of Jesus at the census and taxation by the governor Quirinius. And recently I've looked at it, and then the secular reports say that it happened in AD 5 or 6. And so it gives me a major mental struggle, and I want to know what you think about it.
Sure, yeah, it's an interesting question. And I had a historian on, a friend of mine that I co-authored a book with, Dr. Paul Meyer, who gave me a lot of insight into this many years ago. But the essence of what he explained is that, first of all, we can rely on Dr. Luke as being a very credible historian. If he's right in virtually everything he says, if there's a question mark somewhere, we ought to give him the benefit of the doubt. But beyond that, I think it's important to realize that Caesar Augustus was famous for census taking. So famous, in fact, that this issue is no longer even debated among credible historians. And Josephus actually refers to a Roman taxation in 86, the date you mentioned along with 85. And considering the scope of the taxation, it is logical to assume that it took a very long time to complete. It began with Caesar Augustus around 5 BC and was likely completed about a decade later. And Luke, ever the meticulous historian, notes that the census took place when Quirinius served as governor of Syria. So the Romans took 40 years to do a census in Gaul, so for a province 1,500 miles away from Rome, to take a decade is very, very reasonable. And since the census came in under the administration of Quirinius, it could correctly be called his census. I think that's what's going on.